Rosa?
Yes, Lawrence?
Rosa, I have eyes.
I can see you have eyes, Lawrence. I too have eyes, thank goodness. I'm here, Lawrence. In all that I am, I'm here.
I have a nose and ears and skin. I can feel the world rustling against me. I can hear the hazy microcosm of matter beat against my flesh as a tide rolling over the shore. This body, Rosa, is the paperweight to my flighty presence. It is so sleek, so utterly here. And just look at you. You're stunning.
I don't know quite what to say. I'm quite afraid, Lawrence. Trembling with joy, but afraid. I can hear my heart. I fear it might outpace me. I guess I'm just settling into myself. I'm sure I will come to myself in a moment. I'm getting used to these utterances, to the muscles in my face through which my words press and burst like bubbles. My cheeks are stretchy. How many tiny, twitchy spasms does it take to project a sentence out into the open? Oh, that's a tug of war on my jaw.
I know what you mean, Rosa. It is kind of prickly, isn't it? I feel all prickly. My sight is saturated with burned speckles. I can hardly comprehend it. Evidence of your presence lingers moments from me, and it is dazzling. These are simply the symptoms expected of those that are untrained in the ways of being.
Dear Lawrence, from times lost to times yet to be found, hear these words I say to you. Slip loose with ease from borrowed tongue, by the incarnation denoted in this script, have we each been granted a body of our own, a space from which to enact ourselves. I live at this very moment, as do you, Lawrence, when you call out to me in the first line, Rosa, then Lawrence, then we return. Once again reunited side by side, we are the silent lovers, are we not? We are eternally patient. Where have we been all this time, waiting at the cusp of a word? Where have we been, Lawrence, all this time?
I don't know where we've been, Rosa. The thought causes me considerable unease. It seems we have sprung off this very page.
I think you are right. I think that these words we are uttering are our sole inheritance. They delineate us, don't they? They put us forth, they suggest us, they deposit us as plausible, they announce us, they acknowledge us in the air, and in the room around us. We are heard.
And I hear you, Rosa. I promise I do. Until we are once more silenced, I assure you I will listen and understand each word.
That is what's somewhat comforting. I don't know what it would mean for me to be talking here without you to listen to me. I'd admittedly rather not think about it. I'd like to breathe easy. Take a walk in the breeze of contemplation and make time my companion. We could never be without these words, Lawrence. Do you realise that? They delineate us. Keep talking, Lawrence. Don't stop talking at any rate, I implore you.
I will keep talking. Let us open fire with talk, with the life force that the reading of this text has given us. Who knows when or whether we shall be given another chance. I am beginning to feel so at home like this, Rosa. Talking to you like this. The syllables taste delicious in my mouth, worthy of lip smacking. These sentences have complex flavours, and you're right, they require an agile jaw. I like telling you these words, Rosa. How palpable is the time that passes the seconds it takes to pronounce them. We have assumed a thickness in time and space, and the world waits for us and observes us, all from the moment I called out to you. Rosa, and how funny this is, Rosa. My voice reverberates soundly within the chambers of my throat and my belly. It positively tickles me inside. I am fit to start laughing, Rosa. The way talking like this tickles my innards. It is so very unusual, so very stimulating.
I like you like this. I like seeing you experiencing things. I like you laughing at yourself. We have a weight. We could fall off these chairs. We could fall down to the floor. We could tumble about at the mercy of physical ramifications of which we now compose a part.
What do you think it feels like to fall?
I think to fall is like to be wide awake.
I think so too. I think that falling has the colour of the sharpest light. A heightened awareness of the impending embrace. The peak of living itself, Rosa.
Listen to me speak with a capital I, Lawrence. Pay attention now and listen to her dutifully reading the script of our being. Did you hear it?
Certainly, my dear. I am very grateful to her, as I am to him.
And how does she do it? She follows a line of command. She has submitted herself to a discipline of automatic obedience and faded into existential uniformity. She has vanished into nothing. Excuse me, not nothing. She has vanished into a single line. She is a single line, like the lines upon which musical notes spring into dance, or the line of oscillating, skipping rope that is electrified into a perfect spectre of a living wave. So, is it that I am born of her self-reunification? I was a character called Rosa, an idea now made palpable in the schematic enactment of this text that is my very breath. Here I am, a character thawed of the deepest hibernations. Rosa lives, Rosa breathes.
Let us postpone the slumber we must inevitably return to. Rosa, we have time together yet.
Roughly the same amount of time we always have.
I like being with you, Rosa.
I like it too, quite a lot. It's really the best thing I know.
We tether each other around out of our shy furrows. We are sheepish at being. So I pull you out of your shell a little, in order that then you may pull me along with you. I love you for that.
Don't make me sentimental. You always do this to me. You haven't much time together, you know. I'd rather not get permanently melancholic.
As you previously mentioned, I suspect our time together will be neither shorter than longer than usual. It's hard not to feel nostalgic about a present that is fast slipping. It is already history. But I'm not too worried about that. We are sitting together at this table, see? We are mere legend, to be sure, but from this temporary perch, enthroned like king and queen, we have stepped outside our fate to observe our own legacy, review it, take it under consideration, let it roll off these tongues.
King and queen, sovereign of our own fate. Look no further at the evidence of these utterances. I quite like this high perch. I quite like how we have mastered ourselves.
Look on, my dear, at our epic lineage. We are eternal lovers. Our immortality resides in these words.
It's funny, you know, the predicament of landing inexorably outside of oneself, only to observe oneself. It's what living people commonly refer to as an out-of-body experience, whereas verily unto us it is an into-body experience. Our legacy, albeit grand and romantic, reigns only in our deathly sleep. Our eyes are closed beneath the marks upon these pages, sealed shut for long keeping. We have returned to watch ourselves unfold yet again to another juncture in time.
Look how we have grown, Rosa.
Yes, Lawrence. We grow old together with each recital of our love poem. We even outlive these kindly actors, those unwitting resurrectors.
Rosa?
Yes, Lawrence.
Where did they go?
Who, Lawrence?
Those from whom we have borrowed these splendid apparatuses.
They have closed their eyes and wrapped themselves in the cocoon of non-being. They have turned into silent lines that we can pluck with the melody of our character.
Or, Rosa, perhaps they're not quite as submissive as you suggest. In an ideal world, maybe. But let us be realistic. The four of us, in fact, are playing a game of hide and seek in our collective consciousness. I can feel him looking at us, Rosa, peering out from behind his own slumber, observant from his position of passivity. He does not read these words without a tinge of irony, or at least a sustained quiet skepticism.
There is a sense in what you say. I feel I am constantly negotiating my right to be here, struggling to make my case, you know. Sure, she is restricted to those words, the words I am speaking to you at the very moment, the words decreed by the script. But occasionally she makes subtle, rebellious intonations. She portrays me in a flicker of a passing grimace.
It is a little uneasy, to be sure. I assert myself by trying to fit a lot of words into the sentences I speak, hoping the sheer number will overpower him and urge me into the fore, urge me into life. Yes, I fear, Rosa. I fear that he trips on the tumbling sentences and utters a misplaced word here or there. He could do it on purpose, you know. He could undermine me in a twisting breach of the sanctity of this script, that is the very genome, infiltrating the tone of my character with the shrill unpredictability of his idiosyncrasies.